Hey, good people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you all my review on The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 1. Guys, they are back, and I am really looking forward to this new season. So before we jump into this review, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment because I want to know what your thoughts are regarding yesterday's episode. Without further ado, let's jump right into this review. So, the episode opens up with the Juan and Robyn saga. I mean, the producers are playing this scary music in the background. It's really given like true crime. They have a whole situation going about these two, and they're definitely setting the tone for the rest of this episode. The thing about Juan and Robyn, I really don't much care about what's going on in their relationship because the way I feel, as we've seen demonstrated throughout previous seasons as well as this particular episode, it doesn't seem like Robyn cares. So why should I care more about what's happening in her relationship, in her marriage, than she does? If she's willing to stay with somebody who is trying to play her for a fool, that's her business, right? It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you. It's between the two of them. I do not believe anything that Juan says, and I think it would be hard for anybody to honestly believe the things that he's saying. It just seems so unbelievable. There's even a point in the episode where Robyn is saying to Giselle, Charisse, and Ashley that Juan wouldn't be so stupid to make up something so stupid. Basically, somewhere along the lines, that's what she was saying. And I'm like, girl, no, he's not stupid. He's counting on you to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a clue. I know a lot of people are speculating that maybe the situation between Juan and Robyn, as far as them getting married again, might have something to do with his legal issues and this report that came out regarding some things that were happening while he was still a coach for, I think it's Coppin State. A lot of people are thinking Robyn married him so that she would not be implicated or have to testify against him regarding those potential legal issues. I don't know if that's the case or not, right? I just don't know. Then some people say maybe she just married him so that she could keep her position on the show. I can understand why people might think she might have married him not to have to testify against him. Again, this is all alleged, but obviously this is her children's father. Who would want to see something happen to them, especially if they have the power to change it or whatever the situation is? I don't know. I will leave that up to everybody else to kind of nitpick at. Let's move on from Juan and Robyn. Let's talk about Miss Mia, girl. Miss Mia is a hot mess. I guess the one thing that I can really respect about Mia is the fact that she's unapologetically who she is. I don't know what's going through her husband's mind, but it is clear, sir, that she is just waiting for the day that she can just say deuces to you. Obviously, we know in real time they are no longer together, but that whole scene that they had going on, it just seemed like she was trying to find a way to leave this man. Like, she is just done with their relationship. So they were living in, I don't even know how big their last place was that they were living in. The biggest thing that always stuck out to me about where they lived before was the fact that they were paying $10,000 a month in rent. If you could afford $10,000 a month in rent, you could afford a couple of houses. I just don't understand why you would pay rent and not go ahead and just buy a house outright. That's me. I want to say maybe their square footage in that house was about 10,000 square feet. And now they're in a $1,500 square feet house, or apartment rather. I wonder if the place that they're staying at now was similar to the townhouse when they first started on Potomac. I wonder. But anywho, that's a drastic change. And Miss Mia don't seem happy. She talks about Gordon going through what I can only describe as potentially depression. She says that he was sleeping on the couch for 2 months straight. He didn't want to get up. He didn't want to do anything. She had to curse him out and get him going. Obviously, he's been through a lot with his situation, or is dealing with a lot regarding no longer having ownership or a say in the company that he helped build. You know, they voted him out. He lost his money. He lost a lot. I can understand why he would be depressed. Not to mention, he is a man of a particular age. I can't really see him just going out working like a regular 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like everything that he had, he poured into the business. And he lost it all. So the weird thing with their conversation is Gordon felt like Mia felt as if he did something nefarious in the business. And he's expressing to her his being surprised that she thought that he did something, and that's why they voted him out. So he apparently had some people come in, they did his books, They said there was nothing going on with the financials. Everything was straight. His position is that they voted him out, I guess just to vote him out because he did nothing wrong. Obviously, there has to be more to the story. The fact that your wife, and I think they've been married for at least 10 years, your wife of at least 10 years is looking at you like you must have done something wrong, says a lot. Maybe he has done some shady things in the past for her to feel that way. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. So supposedly Miss Mia has stopped drinking, but she is drinking wine. Okay, girl, I'm a little confused, but whatever floats your boat. She says that she likes herself more when she's not drinking. We'll see. We'll see how much we like you when you're not drinking. Let's move on. Candiace, Karen, and Wendy go out. And let me tell y'all something. Miss Wendy, Dr. Wendy, did not come to play with these women. Her fashions, her just everything is top tier. Miss Thing is taking care of herself. She talked about abstaining from drinking for Lent. And I don't know if this is something that she's going to continue to carry out. Even though we did see her have a margarita, I'm not sure. But whatever she's doing, it's working. She is drop dead gorgeous. I love all of her fashions. And I can't wait to continue to see her on my TV screen, okay? She is doing the do. Miss Thing got it. You know how Miss Clyde and Mariah from Married to Medicine? She got it. She got it. Go ahead, Miss Wendy. So they're sitting over there talking about the whole Robyn and Juan situation. Karen points out that Robyn has come for each one of them when she was the one hiding this storyline from everybody the whole season. Absolutely she was. But best believe this season, they're not going to let Robyn forget, and neither is production, the way that they have this first episode set up. I've never seen, I can't say that I've never seen, but the fact that they took like at least the first 2 segments of just Juan and Robyn talking about everything that's happened is crazy to me. Let's move on to Miss Ashley. So we are at her house. She has a nice house. I have to say, Robyn has the best house out of all of these women. Her house is gorgeous, okay? Beautiful. And I'm like, Dad, Robyn, I didn't know you had it in you. Her house is, I love her house. But anyways, we're at Ashley's house. Her house is okay. She reveals to us that Michael is still on the mortgage and she's not ready to remove his name from the mortgage. She's perfectly fine with his name still being on there. And I find it so interesting that she would say that when she gave Candiace such a hard time about her mother being on her mortgage. Interesting. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. She also talks about not being in such a rush to divorce Michael. Now, remember last year when they first got separated or whatever the situation was, she was supposed to wait at least 6 months or so before they could finalize their divorce or even sit down and talk about the divorce, something like that. And now we see almost a year and a half later, girlfriend still has not gotten divorced from Michael. And I wonder, what is really the holdup? Is there some type of financial aspect to it as to why she doesn't want to divorce him? I believe she signed a prenup or whatever, however he arranged their whole marriage situation. She was to get nothing pretty much if they were to divorce. So I don't really know. Drop a comment down below and help the sister out because I'm confused why you would stay with someone who you say you don't want to be with anymore. Why would you stay married to him? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Or is it a situation where he's like, if you divorce me, I'm absolutely not giving you anything? Because apparently he put the down payment on the house and he's paying her child support, which is confusing to me. I might be naive. I'm happily married with children, so I don't really know how these things work. But I thought you paid child support if, number one, you're not married to that person and wife or the husband has sole custody of the child, so you're supporting them. Or if you get a divorce, it's worked out that way. I never knew that you could get child support even if you're still legally married. Maybe because they're legally separated. Are they legally separated? Y'all let me know because I'm so confused by Ashley and Michael. It's not even funny. Giselle calls her and brings up the fact that they actually went on vacation together, Michael and Ashley. So, like I said, I'm confused by them. Let's move on. Hey, y'all, let's talk about Candiace and Chris. They're out on a little picnic and it's so cute, kind of reconnecting and stuff like that. She talks about how difficult the past year has been for them. Of course, with all of the rumors that Giselle started, and then to have Ashley's friend jump on the bandwagon. It was a tough year for the both of them. She's finally back in Potomac. She's been touring, doing her thing. Did you guys know, or did y'all hear Miss Thing say that she spent close to 6 figures touring last year, and that a lot of the money for touring, even when you have a record label, is mainly the artist. Like, I don't really follow stuff like that. It's very enlightening when you get to see people go through these things and hear the stuff that they have to put out to get to where they want to get to, right? It's very interesting. So she put out almost six figures, and she's really trying to make her shows this year be bigger and better than ever. So I think it's safe to say maybe she and Chris have put trying for a baby on the back burner while she continues to build her career. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about that. So they talk a little bit about Robyn and Juan's situation, and Candiace is open to having a conversation with Robyn. She does acknowledge that Robyn did have her back a little bit with everything that was going on with her and Chris last year, but she still feels a certain type of way that Robyn did not share her truth last season either regarding Juan. She's kind of questioning, did she not say anything about Juan because she wanted the focus to be more on Chris and Candiace? I don't know if that's the case. Obviously, Robyn was never really planning on sharing that information. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's move on. So we have this intervention that Giselle has set up to include Ashley, Charisse, and of course, Robyn. They want to kind of talk some sense into her, I guess. I'm not quite sure what their end goal is. But what I can say is that this is one of the most sincerest things I've seen on Potomac, as far as it really demonstrating the real friendships between these women and the fact that the three of them really do care about Robyn. There was nothing in this scene that said to me that they did not care and they did not mean everything that they were saying. I felt like they showed concern for her. I felt like they were very tentative, at least Charisse and Ashley was, because you know Robyn can get a little rah-rah with you. They were very apprehensive to really go in like we would maybe see them go in with somebody else in this group. They sit down, they talk with her, and they're telling her, you know, they've heard all of these things. They want to make sure she's good. Of course, Robyn is making every excuse in the book for Juan, pretty much saying that she believes everything he's telling her and she's fine. What I found interesting about the things that she was saying is she said something along the lines of, people have stole my joy. As if the people who have reported on his alleged cheating or these sightings that they've seen from him are responsible for her no longer having joy. I don't know how 2 + 2 = 4 in that equation. I'm totally confused by her as it relates to that because number one, you're a public figure. Number two, your husband has a history of cheating. So if he's out and about doing laundry with a woman, putting his card down to pay for a woman's hotel room, or going to the nail salon with someone, these are all things that he's doing in public. So if somebody sees him doing these things, you don't think he's going to be on the Jasmine brand, on TMZ, or have certain bloggers and stuff like that talk about it? You think they're just going to sweep it under the rug and continue on? No, they're going to have a discussion about it. The problem is not the people who's talking about it. The problem is what your husband is out in these streets doing. When she uses that terminology, the block is hot, I'm like, when do husbands and wives don't talk to each other like that? I have never told my husband don't do X, Y, and Z because it makes you wonder for real, what type of relationship do these two people have? Because that is very odd. At the end of the day, these women, as much as they tried, especially Charisse, I feel like Charisse really opened up and talked about her relationship with her ex-husband and how that affected her, how she was in denial about everything. I think we've seen even more of Charisse be authentic and real in this moment than we've ever seen before. So shout out to her for even doing that. But they really tried to get Robyn to see their side of things, but she's just not willing to do it. She has her blinders on. She believes her husband, and that's that. Now, I want to know from you guys, do you think that Robyn is really not checking Juan or really very passive about the situation because we know that Juan has a temper? Or do you think the issue is with her? You guys drop some comments down below and let me know what you thought. That's pretty much my key takeaways from this episode. I am so looking forward to next week and the rest of this season.